I'm addictive and expensive. Byron Wilcott. And I'm watching WGS-TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFX-TV. I'm the WrestleGamer. Double B, Bully Boudreaux, got a few people to introduce you to. First off, the Studley man, Ashley, is here. Ashley, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, from YouTube.com/LanceMossTV, he is the incomparable Lance Moss. Lance, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
We have two Instagib game show gurus in our midst. First off, he's James from the Big Easy. James, how you doing?
You know, I'm playing NCAA football right now, so I'm fine.
Well, you can't bump it up to Madden. Also, we...
Madden's not out yet. This is the new NCAA football game that just came out yesterday. Okay.
This is the Aaron Hernandez version.
Oh,
Is it a first-person shooter?
Oh, no way. No way. Aaron Hernandez should be represented by Ride to Hell Retribution, which, for those of you in the know, worst game ever made, I think, in the last 5 years of games. Especially when it's got quick time events in the intro to the game before you even start.
As I get back to the introductions, he's the Bay Area MVP, known as Will. Will, how you doing?
Man, Ashley just knows how to kill introductions, doesn't he?
And also, he is the ultimate WWE fan, known as Jordan. Jordan, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, and yes, I have Madden 13, thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
I was delayed. Sorry.
Anywho, back to what I was saying. We did record a Money in the Bank predictions for Hardcore Wrestling Radio, and with all due respect to the shining star Rick Starr, the program ended up going a lot longer than what was expected. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be going through the Money in the Bank card, and you're just going to hear our thoughts and our predictions on each one of the matches, and then we're going to ask you guys out there for your thoughts and your predictions at the conclusion of this commentary. But first off, we're going to start with the WWE Tag Team Championship match. The Usos taking on the champions Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. A lot of fans on the internet have been quite intrigued over the fact that finally the Usos were getting a push towards a tag team championship. The sad part about it is the fact that the tag team champions are the Shield, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, which is a heavily pushed gimmick right now. Now, not to say that the Usos, I wouldn't be remiss to see the Usos becoming the tag team champions, but considering the fact that, you know, they pitted them against a gimmick such as the Shield, which is again a very, very heavily pushed gimmick. You know, whenever you see a Raw or a SmackDown, you definitely see an appearance by the Shield. And do I see the Usos going over on the Shield? Unfortunately, I do not. Right now, the Shield is a hot gimmick in the WWE. You know, despite what a lot of fans might have to say about that, but it's still a hot gimmick in the WWE. You know, just for the matter of the fact that we're actually talking about them, it is considered that they're really good. But as far as I'm concerned, in this opening match, the kickoff match, I gotta say my official pick is the Shield, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Actually considered what's not considered to be the first match that we're going to talk about on Money in the Bank is the Chris Jericho Ryback match. Now, this matchup, the inception of this was Ryback. It was like shortly after the announcement was made that Mark Henry was going to get the shot at the WWE Championship, that Ryback went in complaining, saying that Mark Henry was not the right guy to be in this match, that he should be in the WWE Championship match. And also that night, Jericho had a non-title win over Alberto Del Rio, and Jericho went into Vicky Guerrero's office also saying the exact same thing: I deserve a shot at the World Heavyweight title. Now, both guys started going back and forth saying, you know what, you don't deserve a title match, I do. Vicky Guerrero, before she got fired, said, you know what, you guys have an issue. You guys are going to settle it at Money in the Bank. Actually, one thing that's really got me weirded out about the Ryback gimmick is the real direction they've gone with it. Considering the fact they started with a big monster guy that was like indestructible, he was over on the crowd. They turned the guy heel, and just as of late, the Ryback's just been a joke.
Well, you're gonna probably want to watch SmackDown, because from what I've seen from the write-up, it looks like they're trying to build him back into more of a man-beast kind of thing. But I'm just wondering whether the winner of this match may not be busier later on in the night.
Quite possibility. Your prediction for the match?
Ryback, because Jericho seems to be in the habit at the minute of putting talent over. He's put Fandango over. He's put Axel over. He's gonna put Ryback over. If you can have a good match with Jericho, it's better than having a crap match with 3MB.
Well, up next on Money in the Bank, it's one of James's favorite topics of all time to talk about, even more than hunting homeless people with hamburgers.
Hey, Billy, a duck is outside.
Why?
Mask.
Why is
There's
it?
a duck.
Why does it have an Oksana wig and a dress on?
Why would a duck have a duck mask on? That defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
It's to mess with your mind, man. That's why.
Hey, it's not.
Oh, RVD supplied the mask. Okay.
Continue on, Billy. Go on.
Well, it's the Divas Championship on the line. AJ Lee defending the title against Kaitlyn. Now, Kaitlyn and AJ Lee heavily considered to be the two strongest divas in the company right now. I mean, look at the way they're being pushed, the way they're being used. I gotta say, finally, it's an angle with the divas that's actually worth my time. It's actually worth the fans' time in watching. Wouldn't you agree with that, James?
As I said so many times, it's just the chemistry of the two, just being that they're former friends, and the fact that their history, as I said, the history together, and how both of them, they had that great match at Payback. They said it was one of the great matches a Divas match ever had for a while. We haven't had like a great Divas match since like a Mickie James, a Trish Stratus, and they wanted to try to top TNA right now, ever since the Slammiversary match. And just how AJ is this great heel, how she's beginning to have that great mic skills, and how Kaitlyn's like the strong with the two. And the fact of the matter is that WWE, I think, is trying to build up these two to be like a Trish and Lita from the old days.
So officially, what is your prediction for the match?
As I said so many times, AJ Lee will walk out of Money in the Bank with the Divas title. It's too early for her to lose the title back to Kaitlyn.
Well, if the Shining Star Rick Star was here, I would say this. Up next is his favorite wrestler of all time in the WWE. And it's not even Fandango either. It's the Intercontinental Champion Curtis Axel defending the title against The Miz. Lance, one thing we did talk about before, especially on HWR, is the fact that the possibility of a good build between this, between these two, and for a build for the Intercontinental title match would actually hurt this match. Correct?
Would actually hurt it?
Do you feel it would hurt it?
Well, since considering all the factors it has against it, it needs all the help it could get, and it did not get very much help in the build. So I guess it would actually help. A good build would actually help this because it didn't get a good build. And, well, I ain't expecting much out of this match.
All right. Your prediction for this match?
Unfortunately, Axel to retain.
You saying that like it's a bad thing, but I'm pretty sure when the Shining
I
Star.
know people that hate The Miz so much that they think Curtis Axel's a breath of fresh air. So
That would be called the booking agents in the back, wouldn't it?
no, that's people with a vendetta.
True.
Well, the Rising Star Money in the Bank ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship contract is up next. We got Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Damien Sandow, Dean Ambrose, the United States Champion, Fandango. Jack, I need to learn to keep my mouth shut when I'm in a promo because I didn't have a line, so I shouldn't lean in and open up my mouth like I had a line when I didn't. Swagger. And Antonio Cesaro. Your thoughts?
Well, we all can say that more than half the field are very good talent. And yeah, you're right. Swagger should buy a zipper for his mouth. This is gonna be one of those matches where there's gonna be high flying and exciting, but I'll tell you who's not gonna win it. It's not gonna be Swagger, that's for damn sure. My pick, I'm gonna say Cesaro, and Fandango is gonna do a crazy ass move. And to answer your question, Ashley, is because if you paid attention to the last couple of weeks, what's been going on, that answers your question.
That
You worried
opinion is
about
good shit,
RVD
man.
and his
That
stats.
opinion is good shit.
Studley Man actually with some unnecessary inhaling there.
Hey,
Jordan,
I did not inhale, but I was up. Oh, no.
Jordan, the All-Star Money in the Bank ladder match, it's got a little bit of a different feel to it. We got CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Sheamus, Christian, the returning Rob Van Dam, and now with Kane being out of Money in the Bank, there is a wild card spot that's basically there. My two questions to you, Jordan. One, who do you think will walk away with the briefcase, and who will fill the wild card spot?
Okay, this one's definitely the hardest one, but I guess with the momentum, I think it could be Daniel Bryan and the White family. One of the members, is going to replace Kane, or it could go another person in the briefcase.
No, yeah, he does bring up a point, but anyway, well, officially his prediction is Daniel Bryan before his Skype connection just decided to do a Wyatt family thing on him. Anyway, World Heavyweight Championship match up next: Alberto Del Rio and Dolph Ziggler. This was by far one of this storyline right here is actually to me more intriguing than the WWE Championship match. And there's a reason to it. There is a reason to it. I mean, considering that the inception of the WWE storyline angle between Cena and Mark Henry was just started out strong, and it just faded, and it just really just flatlined towards the final build on the go home show to Monday Night Raw. But the World Heavyweight Championship storyline, when they actually turned Del Rio heel and Dolph Ziggler face, I mean, that's two things I think the fans were really wanting at this point in time. I mean, the fans really wanted Dolph Ziggler face, and they wanted Del Rio to be back heel because, in all honesty, fans really weren't just buying in to Del Rio being a face in the WWE. Ashley, would you agree with that sentiment?
Yeah, blame Swagger for that. But because Swagger, they were like, oh, we're pushing him heel. So basically, everyone went, well, we hate Swagger more, so we'll cheer for Del Rio. As soon as Swagger was thrown out the picture, it's like, we hate Del Rio.
Definitely, definitely. Now, do I see WWE putting the title on Dolph Ziggler at Money in the Bank? There is a looming figure by the name of AJ Lee. With the fact that Dolph Ziggler has gone face, and right now it seems to be that Dolph and AJ are kind of having some issues, there is the looming possibility of this match not having a clean finish. With due to the fact of possible interference, if not from AJ, but maybe also Big E Langston at the behest of AJ. It's just the thought. It's just the thought that I get from it. That the fact that it's just too big of a looming storyline, looming scenario that could possibly happen. So officially, I would say my prediction would be Dolph Ziggler wins the match, but by disqualification. Not a. Go ahead. Oh, I'm hearing an echo. But anyway, again, officially, my pick is Dolph Ziggler by disqualification. He'll win the match, but he will not win the title. But Ashley, the WWE Championship match, John Cena defending the title against Mark Henry, as it was already been stated in this predictions commentary. Ashley, the inception of the storyline between Mark Henry and John Cena, the retirement promo that Mark Henry did was by far some of the best work, if not the best work, we've ever seen out of Mark Henry in a promo.
I was the only one that called it, I think. I was the one, as soon as I saw the Twitter comments, that I thought, this has the possibility of being an absolute genius work. And even for a bit, I was thinking, no, this actually could be real. And then right at the end, I was like, yeah, it actually got me. But to everyone else that was like, I never saw it coming, I was kind of, no, you could have seen it coming. Don't say, I'm not a smart Mark. At least I don't think I'm smart anyway. But
and your name's not Mark.
I can change it by default. But yeah, that was good, and it was interesting that this past Monday, Cena basically pwned Henry. Cena didn't do a great promo like a couple of weeks back, and last week Henry did a pretty good one. And then, of course, we come to this week's Pass Raw, and it's basically Cena stepped his game up, and Henry's like, yeah. It's just... See, the way it's angled, I don't know who could win this, to be quite honest. Because I could see Cena retain and basically make Henry look like a stupid bitch. But the more intriguing one would be Henry wins and then Money in the Bank cash in and Henry looks like a bitch.
Now,
Either way, Henry looks like a bitch.
Now, before we get to everyone's overall picks, I have gone to the Facebook page of WGS-TV, which is, basically facebook.com/WGS-TV. And a couple of days ago, I asked people to put in their predictions, and one of the, I want to read one of them right now, and that's from, of course, the man from South Park, simply known as Cartman. Now, here are his overall picks for Money in the Bank. He picks Dolph Ziggler to regain the World Heavyweight title. RVD wins the WWE Championship Money in the Bank ladder match. Wade Barrett wins the World Heavyweight title Money in the Bank ladder match. Mark Henry beats Cena for the WWE title. What the fuck is he smoking? The Usos defeat The Shield. Again, what in the world is he on? Jericho defeats Ryback, and The Miz defeats Kurt Axel. Very unique picks from our friend Cartman. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for overall picks on the Money in the Bank card, starting with the Studley Man Ashley. Actually, start with the WWE Tag Team Championship match. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns defending the titles against the Usos.
For the tag titles, I have Shield, Jericho, Ryback, as you already know. I pick Ryback. For the Divas, I'm going to say AJ Lee retains because it doesn't make any sense in Kaitlyn getting it back so quickly. Curtis Axel will retain against The Miz. The World Heavyweight Championship, up and coming talents. I should go with my countryman, but I'm going to go with. I'm really torn between Barrett and Cesaro. I'll say Barrett because I think Cesaro and Swagger are going to be in a feud, probably with Rhodes collars. They seem more of a tag team, which is a shame because Cesaro should be at the top. If they go with Cesaro, that's a good thing. The WWE Money in the Bank All-Stars match. I think your mystery person could be Rey Mysterio if he's fit to come back. Because obviously, it wouldn't make sense to it to be somebody from the Wyatt family. Because, with no disrespect to the Wyatt family, they're not all-stars. It's going to have to be
They're not
somebody
established.
It's going to be somebody that's an established big name. Mysterio is one that you could bring in. Can't think of anybody else that you could really bring in and just as a surprise. But then, of course, that would take away from the surprise of RVD. Even though it isn't a surprise, but obviously he's going to have a grand entrance because it's his return. Winning-wise, my heart says Bryan, but my head says probably Sheamus or RVD. I can't really make my mind up between the two. And on that situation, Lesnar is going to show up and distract Punk. I can call that, especially considering we already know Lesnar is going to be at Raw the following night. For the World Heavyweight Championship, Ziggler might do it. I'm going to say Ziggler. I could see them making it continue and finish at SummerSlam somehow. And for the WWE Championship, as much as I want Mark Henry to win, I don't think it will go over. Although if Henry does win, don't expect him to have it for long. It'll be probably within 24, 48 hours.
All right, before going any further, since Jordan's having issues connecting, I have his picks right here. According to Jordan, he says AJ Lee will win by disqualification. Miz wins the Intercontinental title. Dean Ambrose wins. Daniel Bryan will win the other Money in the Bank. The Shield wins. Alberto wins because AJ will turn on Dolph Ziggler, and Big E will turn. Mark Henry will beat John Cena. Ryback needs a pay-per-view win because he is on a losing streak. So up next, I'm going to go to Will next. Will, starting with the tag team title match of the Shield versus the Usos, your overall picks for Money in the Bank.
My overall picks for Money in the Bank, it's going to be the Shield over the Usos. I'm going to go with AJ being Kaitlyn for the Divas title. I'm going to go Daniel Bryan to win the Raw All-Star Money in the Bank. For the Rising Star SmackDown Money in the Bank, I'm going to go Antonio Cesaro. Y2J versus Ryback. Ryback. I'm going to have to go with Ryback on this one. Ziggler versus Del Rio. As much as this is painful to say, this is where Ziggler may get his title back. I don't know. And for Cena and Mark Henry. It's going to be a all-out good match, but this is where Cena is obviously going to retain the belt.
All right, cool. Good picks there. Let's go to Lance next. Lance, starting with the WWE Tag Team Title match, The Shield against the Usos. Your picks for Money in
That
the
would
Bank.
be the Shield to retain. Ryback versus Jericho. I gotta go Ryback. If not, he's done. Divas, AJ versus Kaitlyn. Gotta go AJ. The Miz versus Curtis Axel. My heart wants the Miz, but they ain't gonna take it off the off Axel, so there's that. Up and coming Money in the Bank. Name that pops out at me. Dean Ambrose. All-Star Money in the Bank. I gotta go with Daniel Bryan. World Heavyweight Championship. Del Rio versus Ziggler. Probably Ziggler via disqualification because AJ and Big E are probably going to cost him. And WWE Championship, Mark Henry, but Daniel Bryan's going to cash in.
And finally, James. James, starting with the WWE Tag Team Title match, your overall picks for Money in the Bank.
The Shield's going to win. I don't see the Usos getting the title off them yet. Ryback's going to win. Otherwise, as a lot of people says, if Ryback loses, that's the end of his career. But I see Ryback winning. As I said with the Divas title, it's too early to take the title off of AJ Lee. And AJ Lee's basically one of your better divas, so it's right to keep the title on her. Same thing with Curtis Axel. WWE's pushing him too much, so that's why he's gonna keep the title over the Miz. The World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank ladder match. This was a hard one, but I'm gonna have to say Barrett. I kind of see why, but I don't see Cesaro or Swagger because of the alliance with Zeb Coulter. I could see Sandow or Rhodes, but I think they gotta feud against themselves maybe later on. Fandango, hell no. And Dean Ambrose, is just because of the Shield, I don't see him winning it. That's why I give it to Barrett. Money in the Bank All-Stars match. The wild card could be either one of the members of Wyatt, most likely Bray Wyatt, or it could be somebody from that's been in Money in the Bank, done it before. But my overall winner will be Daniel Bryan. Dolph Ziggler will be the new champ, but I'm gonna go with Lance here. Money in the Bank will be cashed in, but not the red one, but the blue one will be cashed in. Wade Barrett's gonna cash in on Ziggler. Wade Barrett's going to win the title. Ziggler and AJ breaks up because they will not be at ringside when the cashing cap occurs. That's where I see it. And John Cena will retain the title over Mark Henry.
Secretly, they won't cash in the red or the blue, but they will cash in the yellow. All right, guys and gals, here are my overall picks for Money in the Bank. As you already heard, the Shield to retain the tag team titles. I gotta agree with everyone. I see Ryback going over on Jericho, but I still will say this: Jericho can have an entertaining match with a mop. So I look for this to be a good match, and that's a good thing, by the way. That's not an insult. That's a good thing. The Divas Championship, I see AJ Lee retaining. The Intercontinental Championship will remain with Curtis Axel. The Rising Star Money in the Bank ladder match, that's a little bit more difficult to say. Now, for some reason, guys and gals, I see Team World Scholars maybe breaking up and the Rising Star All-Star Money in the Bank ladder match. You know, again, it's a possibility, but the name that's out at me, and I know when the Shining Star Rick Star, gets wind of this, whether he listens to this here on WGS-TV, as you guys are watching Psychonauts here, or one of you guys tell them the name that pops up the most to me is Fandango for some reason. I don't know why. I know that Rick Star kind of hates Fandango worse than he hates Curtis Axel, but for some reason, don't be surprised if you see Fandango come away with the Rising Star Money in the Bank ladder match briefcase. Now,
Wait, hold on. Your pick is Fandango?
it,
Oh wow! Somebody
well,
has been smoking the green stuff.
I said, oh God, I said don't be surprised. But if I want to say my official pick, you know what? Just to piss everybody off, I'm gonna say Jack Swagger.
Weed the people.
Weed the people.
And then that briefcase will disappear inside Zeb Coulter's beard, never to be seen again.
He has to have something
Alright.
for his stash.
The All-Star Money in the Bank ladder match, it's a little bit of a different scenario because of the fact that there is a wild card spot open due to the fact that Kane was taken out due to the attack by the Wyatt family on Monday Night Raw. Now, despite that wild card spot being open, two big names really loom out at me as coming away with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Rob Van Dam would be one of them. He's been really hyped for his return to WWE, and of course, one of the guys that's been very heavily pushed by the WWE and the fans, and because of the fact that he's actually really stepped up his game and started to look really, really strong in his outings, is Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan has really been stepping it up. He's been putting out really great promos and really great matches. I mean, hands down, the best matches I've seen over the past couple of months was the matchup between him and Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw. Honestly, that one really stole the show, but I'm going to go ahead and narrow it down and say, you know what? I would not be amiss to seeing Rob Van Dam with the Money in the Bank briefcase, but officially my pick is Daniel Bryan.
One thing that swerves me on that, Billy, is just the finishes to this week's Raw and SmackDown. Just because Raw, Daniel Bryan grabbed the briefcase.
Hey, no spoilers for SmackDown. No spoilers for SmackDown.
Okay, but somebody else that's in the Money in the Bank contention goes up a ladder and gets the briefcase that isn't Daniel Bryan.
It's Vicky Guerrero.
Oh no!
She's fired.
That's what she did with her box.
Oh.
Of course, you guys already heard my thoughts about the World Heavyweight title match. I picked Dolph Ziggler to win via disqualification. I don't see a clean victory happening, a clean finish happening in the World Heavyweight title match. And they could probably use that as a continuation for the feud between Ziggler and Del Rio. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that. And hands down, John Cena to retain the WWE title over Mark Henry. Being World Heavyweight Champion in the WWE is one thing, but having the main title, the WWE Championship, being the go-to guy, trying to be the face of the company, Mark Henry, I am sorry, but he cannot be the face of the WWE as WWE champion. I just don't see it happening.
Kane only had the belt for 24 hours.
Yeah, but the thing is, well, yeah, if you want to have Mark Henry be a transitional champion, that is a feasible scenario. But there's also another scenario of, if someone from the Rising Star Money in the Bank ladder match doesn't cash in at the end of that match, there's also the looming possibility of someone from the Money in the Bank All-Stars match cashing in on either John Cena or Mark Henry. So he could... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So he could have a repeat of what happened at TLC when Daniel Bryan cashed in on the Big Show to become the World Heavyweight Champion. There is that possibility of that happening. All right, so what we want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts, your picks, your predictions for WWE's Money in the Bank pay-per-view this year. You should put your comments in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Lance, what can fans expect to see when they go visit your channel over on youtube.com/LanceMossTV?
Album reviews, NASCAR reviews, wrestling reviews, and whatever else pops into my head.
Also, again, apologies to the Shining Star Rick Star. I know we went through Money in the Bank predictions, but due to some issues and complications, we're having to redo it here on WGS-TV. So you guys be sure that you check him out over on Spreaker.com/HWR Media, YouTube.com/HWR Show, and be sure you like his Facebook page, which is Facebook.com/Hardcore Wrestling Radio. We also have two Instagib game show gurus in our midst in the form of James and the Big Easy and the Bay Area MVP known as Will. Guys, what you got coming up?
James?
I was gonna go to you. Okay.
Whatever. All right. Well, in the next 3 days, we will be at VonLive.tv to get the rest of your Money in the Bank picks and predictions. So, hit us up. Bay Area MVP or Fatboy 504.
Yes, it won't be just the picks for the matches, but also surprises. What do you think will happen? What surprises? Will there be cash-ins? Will the table be broken? Will Kevin Nash come out of nowhere, beat up somebody? I don't know. Anything.
Will that be Ric Flair?
Woo!
There you go. If you want to make that your prop bet, you can make it. Anything's possible.
Also, don't forget to like the WGS-TV Facebook page, which is facebook.com/WGS-TV. And fans, don't forget to please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network. So, for the Studley Man Ashley, the incomparable Lance Moss from Lance Moss TV, our two Instagib game show gurus, James from the Big Easy and the Bay Area MVP known as Will, our old friend Liger. I'd also like to throw out a thanks to our friend, the ultimate WWE fan, Jordan. And again, my apologies to the Shining Star Rick Star when he hears this. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Wrestle Gamer, Double B Billy Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching.
Kane has now officially been replaced by this demonstration guy from your local Home Depot.
Stoke answers. Stoke answers. Stoke answers. Stoke answers. Spiritual speaking. Stoke answers. Stoke answers. I'm Haley, ring rose. Stoke answers.
My name's Andrew Weatherall.
Spiritual speaking. Stoke answers.